Good afternoon, everyone. Gabe Velazquez here with you, TransparentTradeSolutions.com on a Friday leading into the big week next week with the election and a Fed meeting and so forth. Let's get right into the charts. Again, subscribe to the newsletter. Lots of interesting situation going on. Let's start with the charts here. And the first chart is the 10-year yields, which incidentally just made another new high. Uh, you know, and looks like we're headed back up to 450 on yields in the 10-year. Now, up to this point, has not, we had a big sell-off yesterday, but that was due to the kind of mega caps missing. I think we're coming to a critical point here where they're going to start bothering stocks. And obviously, we got all kind of volatility expected next week, even though we haven't had any up until now, like we've had in other election cycles, like 16 and um, leading into the election day, we have a ton of volatility. If you guys recall in 20 and 16, so we'll see if and I do expect clearly there's going to be something going on starting probably over the weekend going into the futures market. So yeah, this is got probably the standout today with rates literally closing right near the highs here for the week. Even again, in despite or in spite of it was just a muddled up. These jobs numbers are, I don't know, whatever. I mean, it's it. I think there was so much noise in that number today, but regardless, we started lower as everybody thought, oh well, jobs numbers getting weak, and then the thing just jumped right up. This is basically due to our deficit and so on and so forth. So the market's sniffing out more spending and so on and so forth. So we'll see. But the bottom line is, with stocks, we are on the cusp of finally breaking down here at 57.25. And once we get the election done, I think if we have a Republican win, the market recovers up to the old highs, and it's going to be a dicey situation if we have if we don't have any conclusive outcome. Let's say by this time next week, we're going to be selling off pretty hard because nobody wants that. Okay, so we'll see how that goes, and positioning for that could be really good here in terms of just kind of a neutral options position, long and short. We do a lot of that at TTS. If you want to inquire about that, hit me at either private message me on X, or you can contact me at support@transparenttrading-solutions.com. We've been doing quite a bit of that. In fact, we were in AMD, Strangle, and some other positions as well. Bitcoin also was one of the kind of election trades, if you will, came right up to the highs, which typically, they take the highs out and have pulled back hard. This is going to be also probably very bullish on a Republican win, but maybe it's buy the news, sell the rumor. So this is also an interesting development here. Bitcoin, the VIX sitting at 22, right? Also ready to break out. Maybe it goes to 28 if we get some further selling next week. And then, the dollar kind of just churning here. It was interesting because the dollar looks like it wants to break out as well to the upside, but you never know. If rates fall off sharply, then the dollar's coming right back down. But notice the dollar's kind of consolidating against that backdrop and possibly headed back up to 105. Elsewhere, oil also, looking at that gap from Sunday, came close to filling that gap. I guess you can make, technically the gap did not fill. And then, we're falling away from here. So maybe we're putting in a range here between, I don't know, 66 and 72. 72 is a clear resistance on oil. And if things heat up in the Middle East, which I'm sure something, I made the comment to our members that that might have been a total overreaction, because just because they didn't hit the oil facility didn't mean that Iran was just going to sit still and not do anything. And that's really the implications here, is what is Iran going to do? And now they're talking about attacking Israel again. And that was the initial rally last night. And then, things kind of calmed down. So we will see that. There's some election implications with that as well, incidentally. Nat gas kind of scraping the bottom here at 265. This chart has that huge rollover gap. What you want to look at in nat gas is this right here. We are sitting right on the lows here, and spot price is sitting at 2 MBTU. I think a lot of shut-ins are going to come in, and again, clearly going to be also some impact with the elections, with deregulation coming if Trump wins and so forth. That will ease up. They'll open up some pipelines, maybe get us to export more, and so on and so forth. So it's going to be an interesting situation also for nat gas. All the energy sector next week, with the election outcome, also has some major implications as well. And that pretty much sums it up. With regards to the mega caps, just a mixed bag. Amazon up, Apple down. Not really much change. Nvidia made a new high and came off. So it's the mega caps are just just a mixed bag. AMD down sharply as well. Tesla coming off of the highs. So I think this will probably take a backseat. Not that we've got all the mega caps out of the way. These will take a backseat for now until after the election. I think next week is going to be all about the election and the Fed and all that kind of stuff. So, okay. All right. Have a great weekend, and we'll see what happens. I'll be on Tuesday, during the election. Okay. Take care.